Yeah, guys, welcome back to the old Lynch Garage. Yeah, it was another day of snow blowing. That side of it was, you know, not what I was hoping for 2 days in a row, but this machine right here, this Aaron's machine, the classic one here, makes easy work of that. Just throws that snow probably about 25 feet. Yeah, and if you've seen one of my posts there earlier, you know who I thank. And I thank her every time I use that machine. Yeah. And a little trick, I don't know if you guys do it, but if you got a snowblower, I used to buy, I had this spray stuff called Slip, a Brody product, and you spray it on and it would keep things slippery so the snow didn't stick in the workings and stuff like that and up the chute. But I thought I got some old French fry oil, right? I got French fry oil, just containers of it. So what I did, it's actually from making log cabins. When we make my dad's special recipe he got from the Navy, about boiling the potatoes, doing those up, letting them cool. You mash them all up with an egg, put them in a ball, then you dip them in flour, and then a egg and water mixture that's mixed up, and then you roll them in premium cracker crumbs that are crushed, and then you drop that in the deep fat fryer, and you got a perfect golden ball, crusted with hot potato inside, and I tell you, they're the best. So that's the oil, the old oil from that. We just use the oil once, and then I decided get a paintbrush. I coated the whole inside, all the workings down below there, all up the chute there. Even put it on the wheels because the wheels, the hub, the metal wheels, it tracks and hooks up, and all the snow cakes on it. I put it everywhere, all the workings and everything like that. And I tell you, the snow does not stick at all, and it smells like kind of like French fries, I guess, out there when you're when you're plowing. But anyway, so that was the first part of the day. Second part of the day was exciting. I took the bent rim and tire down to Bench Auto, and I went in there, and he brought the box right out. AJ brought the box right out, opened it up, pulled away the plastic. I looked at it, and that's it. It's the exact as the other rims on this car. Exact. And it's even made in China, just like GM has theirs made in China. So who knows? It could be the same company, but maybe not. But it's the same spec. It's a 20-inch by 8 wide, quite wide when the tire's off. It looks quite wide. Then the offset 35 for the offset, exact. It's all stamped on the back and behind here, same as the factory ones. Uh, they were able to take the pressure monitor sensor off the old one. It's kind of screws in with a like a Torx, screws into the bottom of the valve stem. So the tech there was really great. He said, "You don't have to buy a new one." He said, "We'll just unscrew yours, put it onto the new valve stem that we're going to install in this here, and yeah, and then you don't have to go through the relearning process. The computer doesn't have to relearn or try to relearn that this wheel is front right. If it didn't relearn, then you got to bring I'd have to bring the car down the bench, and they may have to hook a computer up to it or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so he saved me $50 there doing that. At least $50, maybe more. So that went well. I can tell you, if you want work done and you want quality work done, at a really reasonable price where they're not gouging you, uh, that's where you want to go. Just call them up. You know, they're quite busy because they're quite popular. So you might want to call, 2 weeks ahead of time if you want to get your car in. So plan for that. And every time I've had a car down there, just perfect service. I've had the Sonata down there. I've had the Bullet down there to put all new tires on it and balanced and alignment done to it. They've done it all, and I've got no complaints from them. They're the best. Now I'll show you this rim. Now the only difference is, which I don't really care, is I'll show you the backside. Try to be careful here. I'm kind of going to be out of camera here because I got the camera down low, but as you can see here, the rim has like a lip, which is fine. There's no problem there. Where the factory ones is sort of like they have like a flat. They're sort of flat there, and they have a flat edge. Yeah, on the inside. That's the only difference. Other than that, it's exact wheel. And as you can see, I'll show you here. They didn't have to put much weight on it. So the tire, I mean, we spun it. Yeah, you can see here maybe there's one weight. There's three little weights here, right there. Three little weights, and there's two down here. Two little weights down here on the outside. So you got three out toward the front of the rim, and two on the inside down here. Two small weights, and that is decent because the old rim had a stack of weights about 8 inches long. They had to do that to balance out that wobble, and but I'm glad I got this. And from looking at prices online, I tell you, Bench had to get it shipped there from Ontario and all that. And from looking at prices online, they didn't mark it up much. I say if they marked it up any, it might have been $50. Maybe. Maybe they didn't mark it up at all. Maybe they're just a good shop. You know what I mean? So now I'm just gonna get this back on. Put my old glasses on. Let's make sure that mic's working. Let's get this on. Just gonna orientate the lug nuts here. She's a heavy rim. She's a heavy rim. Holy moly! There she is. Yeah, if I can get her to go there, get her around the piece there. There you go. She's just around the hub. She just fit around the hub perfect. And I also checked. I didn't bring it with me, but I checked comparing the old rim with the new rim, and this opening here was exactly the same shape, size, everything. That's for your piece de la resistance, your Chev logo, right? So we'll put that on at the end. So, whoop, if I don't drop it and damage it, let's see. No, it's good. Shiny. That's in really good shape compared to what, spider webbing of the old rim. But anyway, let's get the nuts to her. And I'll just let you know here, if you can see like a bluish color, this is like a waxy, the bluish color there. What that means, according to online, is that these are marked in blue, so they're supposed to be torqued at 110. They're saying 110. If they were silver, they could be torqued to, I thought I seen 140 or something. I don't know. That must be for the SS. It must be for the SS model. I don't know. But these supposed to be 110. I will probably torque them at 120, just 10 more, just for this safety. I even torqued the bullets to 120, and that's only an 18 inch rim. This is a 20, so you know, yeah. So there's a special keyway. This is a Bruce bought locking. I believe he bought these. I don't think it had them originally. Bruce bought the locking, and you get the adapter for it right there. You just snap it on there like that, locks in. You can torque it just like the rest of them. It's good to have, in case someone, you never know, someone wants a rim because they're worth 500, right? Close to $500. With taxes and everything, they're not cheap. And you get someplace, and they can just steal them on you. I'll tell you a story. Back in the old days, my brother Chris, he lived in an apartment over by Gray Rink. If you know where Gray Rink is, over off Lehman Drive, Dartmouth. He lived down there in a basement apartment with his wife, and so he decided, he had a nice, cool looking, I believe it was a 1974 Duster. It was a gold one. It was a gold edition, sharp car. Just had the 318 in it, but it was a V8. It wasn't super high performance or nothing, but it was a sharp looking car. And he decided, we should put mags on it. Let's buy some mags from, I think he got them from Wilco when it was over there. Wilco was over at the old Penhorn Mall there at one time back in the early days. And yeah. So we were, in the back parking lot. And the back parking lot, like you could look out his kitchen window, you're at ground level, and you would see his car. The Duster was right there. So we put them on. We had them all, I don't think we used torque wrenches back then, but we tightened them like you're supposed to, tight with the small wrench. We put them all four of them on, and damn, Chris got up in the morning. He called me right away. He got up in the morning. Some bastard took a big rock like this. He jacked up the car on one side, I guess, high enough. Then he slid a rock underneath the friggin' gas tank or something. And I don't know what he's using for jack, but anyway, he took both tires off the back end of the car. Gone. The car was just sitting there floating in the air. Both friggin' mags were gone. Jesus, we were pissed. We never did find out who did it, but obviously they were maybe up on the hill. There was a hill there behind. They might have been up on the hill and watching us install those friggin' rims and tires. That's North End Dartmouth, man. It was like that back then. I'm talking 76, maybe 70. Yeah, it had to be 76. I would guess that happened. And yeah, so I just get a little bit tight here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just remove this jobby I'm supposed to be kneeling on here. And what we're gonna do is jack it up. I gotta take the blocks out. Make sure I got room here. I gotta take the blocks out of the under the frame here, just so we can. Okay, let's see if I got enough. I just gotta move over here for a sec, guys. Take these blocks out. I got them all stacked up here. No, she's still tight. I gotta do more. Yeah, I gotta jack her a little more. Let's see. Let's give it a little bit more here, people. I got the good old hockey puck on her. And it was weird. I was back here, I was under here cleaning there last night, and I found this tiny little circle magnet stuck to the edge of the frame here, and the lip there, and I thought, what the frig is that? I don't know what that is. And it's a powerful, really powerful magnet. I thought, I don't know what that is, and I got thinking about it, and I noticed that my puck wasn't sticking up there on its own. I think it's supposed to have two magnets on it, and that magnet fell out. So I'll have to try to glue it back on or something. Let me see if I can get these blocks out now, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. There's one, there's two, there's three, and there's a big one here, and then the real big square one I got. Yeah, that didn't affect anything. That cross member's straight, flat as can be. That's why they say to put your blocks under there, because the car can handle it. Decent. Okay, now back up, people. Back up. Now what I do, I get it fairly tight there as I can, and what I do here is I lower it, but just so we get this mat away from here. There we go. So I lower it just so the tire just barely touches the ground. She's quite high right now, so I'm going to lower it. You can see it coming down, and I'm watching it. I'm just going to, right there, I'm hoping, to lock it back up. And then what I'm going to do is put my torque wrench on it. I got to check the setting of this. Right there, right now it's set to 115. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set them, I set that other one to 115 when I put it along over there. I'm going to set it to 115, and then before the season starts in April or May, I'm going to probably turn it up to 120. But for now, just in here, it's fine. So what you want to do here, you want to find that special one here, adapter for your locking wheel nut. Put that on, and let's just see how close we are here. Oh no, she's spinning. We got to lower her down just a hair. I guess I was off a bit. She's not touching the ground yet, so just a sec now. We'll just lower it right here. Get it on that. Now, just see if I can move that wheel. Nope, I can't. So I'm just touching. I don't want to put too much strain on it because the nuts aren't tight. So let's do the locking one first. Oh, see, do you see her spin? See her spin there? She wants to spin, so you know you can come down a bit more. A bit more. Perfect. No problem. We'll just come down just a hair more. Once we get this lined up here. There. That might do it. Without putting a lot of strain on there. How's that gonna go? Put that there. That should snap right on there. Okay, now let's just try now. There we go. See, the wheel started to spin, but we don't have a lot of pressure on them, which is good. Now, you want to go across from this one. So you want to go across. You don't want to do it clockwise. You want to go across to distribute the pressure. She's starting to spin. Yeah. I guess I can't do it like that. Let's drop her a little more. There. Just came down a bit more. We'll try this one. Oh, try it crossways. Yep, this one. There we go. She clicked. Now, did there and there. Now, we'll go down to here. Clicked. That's 115. Now we're going to go back up to here. Like that. She clicked. She's 115. Do this last one right here. Come on. There you go. She's all done. What I usually do, I let it rest for a little bit. Let's see, how's that opening? It's going to be good, eh? It looks good. So what I usually do is I will go over it one more time just to see if it clicks. So we got to click there. Now when you're at this point, it's no problem. You can just go around clockwise. because you got them all torqued. There's a click, there's a click, just to make sure you didn't miss any. I always do it when I'm changing Barb's tires from summer to winter. Since I got winter rims for it, they're polished like this. They're nice for winter rims, but I always recheck them. Now, the final touch is this. And I think once it's in there, once your Chev logo's in there, you can actually spin it inside there. You can position it, to go with your valve stem alignment if you want. I mean, it probably changes once you get rolling, but so I'm just going to snap it in that position. There it is, and she's lined up with the valve stem. But as you can see, it has movement, so you're not going to be able to keep it there. It's just the way it is, right? Seems to fit good. That fits good. It's got a little bit of movement, but maybe it's supposed to. Just let me check something here. Oh yeah, yeah, this one does too. Yeah, I can move that one around too, because there's like plastic fingers. There's just a bunch of plastic fingers all the way around inside there, part of that Chev logo, and it's just meant to be just a little bit of play like that. So, clean that. So yeah, I cleaned it. It had a little bit of tire goo on it. They use some good tire goo and it seals. You put the yellow stuff around there to so it would bead in there and seat nicely and have no leaks. And I believe I asked them to set it to, just 1 second here, 36 pounds, because I like to carry a little bit more weight, or air I should say, because it's sitting here for another couple months and you're not doing any rolling, so you don't want to get flat spots. So actually the bullet I've been airing them up to about 40 pounds in the winter, and you will lose some air over the winter. It will. You should check them every once in a while if you want to keep it up so you don't get flat spots. Other than that, you'd have to buy. They got these scoop type of wheel tire holders that go underneath, so you don't get flat spots. But then that's another item you got to store in your garage and stuff like that. So let's just. He did put a valve stem on it, but as you know, I got new valve stems, and look at that. It's the same exact. Even though I'm not using this one, it's the same exact one, it looks to be, as the GM one. There's no difference. Same length and everything. Wow. I don't know how he did that. Anyway, but in here, I stored away this guy. Most of you have seen it. They're the RS ones, and they're metal instead of plastic. And they have, like I mentioned before, they got you look in there, you might see an orange. Here, I'll turn on the light here. Turn on the light, you might see an orange or red little washer in there. That's to tighten things up when you snug it down so it doesn't vibrate off, right? Neat little rig. Okay, so I think you can get, these are RS, you can get SS ones, and I think you can get Ford products too. I'm not sure. So let's just screw that on right here. Just got to get lined up here. It's just a little bit tricky to line up. There we go. Got it lined up. You don't want to force it. You just want to work it until you get it. And then you just tighten it. And there it is. RS. Leave those on. She's going to be good. She's going to be solid. On the road, she should be steady as anything. So now, all our all our blocks are out of the way, and now we're just going to lower the whole car down. Now she's back on her feet right there. Now let's just have a look at this little rig here that's stuck in here. Well, she's stuck pretty good. And is it the magnet that was in there that I found? Oh, yes it is. Yes, it was the magnet. You can see here, look, that mystery magnet. Where did I put it? Oh, right over here. Look at that. See? There's, you see a circle magnet there, right? Stuck to this screwdriver right here. And then now you look in here, right? You got a magnet here. Oh, geez, there's no magnet on this one. Just a Phillips screwdriver holding this plastic piece on. But these are great. These protect the edge where you're jacking up, so you're not crushing the edge and all that stuff. You don't want to crush that. Yeah, so I've jacked up Barb's Sonata in the back. It seemed to be worse in the back, and you're jacking it up, and then when you lower it down, you notice that, oh, geez, you bent slightly. You bent that pinch weld metal. It's probably 3 stack thick, but you bent it, and you know, I suppose you could hammer it straight, but this kind of prevents it if you get one of these. This one is a Motormaster one from Canadian Tire, and it's like heavy duty aluminum, but you just put it on your jack base there like that. Just line it up. If you had a bigger base, like most jacks are a little bigger than this, it would sit right in, but mine, I just line it up evenly, and I've jacked it up quite high. I've never had a problem, so that's cool. I'll get that magnet back in there, and everything will be all right. I'll just keep that down there. So she's all back ready to roll now. Yeah, I did mention that I was going to, I may have mentioned this yesterday, I can't remember. I was going to put this rim on that side. I wanted the new rim on the driver's side, but I can't, because, as I mentioned probably yesterday, it's the direction of the tire rotation. You can actually see it. It says it right, where does it say it? Right, yeah, right there. It says rotation. And plus the center tread, you'll know by that. The very center tread has like arrows. It's rubber shaped like arrows going down. So you know you got to go that way. So that's all right. It stays on the passenger side. That's cool. So that's about all. A quick one today, guys. But like to thank everybody for dropping back in, and you know, we'll just keep on going, and just find little things we can do to the IRS and improve it a little bit here and there. It doesn't need much improving. It's a great car. I'm just a detail freak. That's all. But like I always say, guys, I'd like each and every one of you to stay safe out there. You know what I mean. Thunder Road.